and gentlemen, Barry Hearn and Prince Promotions in association with Golden Fist and Cedric Kushner Promotions present 12 rounds of boxing for the featherweight championship of the world. Sanctioned by the WBO President Francisco Barcarcel, Supervisor ringside, Hall of Famer and former light heavyweight champion of the world, Jose Torres, and sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, President Leonard Nipper Reed. Timekeeper for this bout, Ray Rice. The three judges at ringside scoring this contest on the 10-point must system will be Henk Adrianze from Holland, Dave Harris from England, and Jose Roberto Torres from Puerto Rico. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, working in the 128th time in a title bout, Joe Cortez from the United States. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Grand Hall Olympia, London, England, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white and weighing in at 8 stone, 13½ pounds, or 125½ pounds. His professional record, an outstanding one, stands at 37 victories, including 19 by knockout, with only 2 losses, and in world title bouts, he is undefeated with 14 victories. From East London, South Africa, ladies and gentlemen, here is the challenger, the former undefeated super bantamweight champion of the world, Vuyani the Beast Bungu. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, fighting out of the opposite corner, the blue corner, who at this time would like to say something in the microphone.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Introducing, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing leopard with Adidas trim, weighing 9 stone or 126 pounds. His professional record is a perfect one, consisting of 33 bouts, 33 victories, including 29 by knockout, and he is considered by many among the best pound for pound in the world today. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sheffield, England, presenting member of the British Empire, the reigning and defending, undefeated WBO featherweight champion of the world, Prince Naseem.
We are all set to go here. A celebrity sprinkled audience. I'm afraid I can't give you any translation at all of the pre-fight words of the champion.
In the dressing room, I expect a good, clean fight. Protect yourselves at all time. Now, I've seen these trunks are a little high. Yours are a little high also. Give me a good, clean fight. Protect yourselves at all time. And remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Understand? Touch them up.
Very experienced referee. What will Naseem Hamed produce this time? He says he knows that the critics are saying, when is Naz going to shine again? Well, he says, watch tonight. Let's see. Vuyani Bungu says that he's fought Hamed in his head for 3 years now, and every time he wins because he knows the right strategy. Let's see if he can do that. He's moving up a weight. Can he cope with Hamed's power? That is always a big question in any Naseem Hamed fight, though his recent ones have been going long distance. Needs something spectacular again here. Needs to rediscover what the Americans called the thriller chiller days.
Well, Hamed likes to let his opponents feel the power very early on, just to let them know what they're in with. So you look for him to try and get some big punches on as quick as he can.
Bungu usually keeps up a very high work rate. He's a good defensive fighter and likes to work the body on the inside. You feel that the southpaw jab might be a vital weapon for Hamed, and his hand speed as well. For Bungu to do his effective work, he's got to get in close enough, and in doing so, what risks will he take?
Well, with Bungu's style, it's a crouching style. You've got to look for Hamed to start bringing the uppercut into the fight. He has a very good one, and look for that.
Sharp right hand, caught Bungu off balance, and another left hand as well, and Bungu looked a bit hurt by that, covered up on the far side. Then the body punch from Hamed, who's working well on the outside, and then getting away again. Big left to the body too. Bungu's in a spot of bother in this opening round. Definitely feeling the weight of these punches. Now he's moved up into the featherweight division with one of the biggest punches in that division. It's a good start, this, by Hamed. Big chance of Naseem ringing around Olympia. And there's an answer for those who think that people only turn up in the hope of seeing him beaten. He has lots of fans too, particularly among the younger generation.
Well, he's doing well, Hamed, just using that jab, just trying to keep Bungu at bay and also take the eye of Bungu so he can come back with his bigger punches.
It's a good left hand to the body again from Hamed. Bungu's not noted for his power, he is noted for his ring craftsmanship and work rate. So far, Hamed hasn't led him into the fight. There's a big right hand from Bungu though, in close. Hamed leaving himself a little bit open. It comes back with a good right of his own there. The right hand to the head, the only success early on for Bungu.
Bungu will be looking just to get through the early rounds, and he got through that one with a couple of good punches.
Hamed sharp in his own unconventional, intuitive way. Oscar Suarez, the Puerto Rican, doing the main job in the corner at the moment. We did wonder, they even said they might alternate Emmanuel Stewart, the world-renowned man from the Kronk Gym in Detroit, and the little-known Suarez. I wonder if that'll happen. That would be a bit of a nonsense, really, wouldn't it?
It really would. He's got to keep concentration with the same man, and you'd probably look for Oscar Suarez to be doing most of the stuff in there. Good little punch just as he was coming forward. Bungu just rocked him off balance a little bit, and then Bungu come back with a good right hand, which Hamed is always open to. You know, he's always open. His defense is poor when he's in close, so he can always be caught by a counter like that.
Second round coming up on what is an atmospheric London fight night, and no doubt about it. Here's the second. Hamed, you don't need the identification, really, do you? 26 years of age now. Bungu at 33. Body shots from Hamed, effective. Thumping in these sharp-looking blows in towards Bungu's ribcage. Bungu, who beat Kennedy McKinney twice and Danny Romero, top-class fighters during his super bantamweight days. His pedigree, you can't question it.
Well, he's just going to try and keep them hands up, get busy, get into the fight. He needs to get in the middle and late stages, you know, for Hamed to stop making mistakes.
Hamed just looking to dismantle his man bit by bit with these heavy blows from the outside. Bungu just starting to edge closer. For Bungu to win this fight, you feel he'd have to outpoint Naseem Hamed. No sign of him able to do that at the moment, Glenn.
There's not. He hasn't really got his full rhythm going. He'll just get better and better as he goes along, Bungu. He's got a good rhythm when he gets going. Still hasn't really found that yet. Difficult to get close to Hamed because obviously he's constantly moving, constantly looking to pick out little jabs and throw shots.
It's just slick boxing so far from Hamed. In that strange sort of limbo dancing way of his, for want of a better description.
Well, it's good concentration from Hamed at the moment, and when he wants to, he can be a superb technician and really box very well behind that jab,
as he did against Paul Ingle for 7 rounds, and then just rather ran out of stamina before finding the knockout punch like a champion to win it. And Bungu taking some heavy shots here. The Craftsman is being outboxed by Hamed at the moment.
He really is picking these shots well. He's worked a lot to the body, Hamed, and Bungu's supposed to be the good body puncher, but Hamed really digging these punches in, weakening him, trying to bring the hands down so he can start bringing punches to the head.
Good right hand from Bungu. A little smile on the face of Hamed said something to Bungu there. Hamed, who has to show he still has the appetite and desire now that he has all this money in the bank. Some say 17 million pounds. 2 rounds gone, and both, I think, beyond dispute to the champion then.
Yes, very definitely. Bungu just can't get close enough, can't get the punches on that he wants.
And now Emmanuel Stewart is getting in and doing the talking. So they're going to have Oscar Suarez 1 round, Emmanuel Stewart the next round.
Well, that's very, very strange. And you've got different people saying different things. I'm sure they've got a fight plan, so it's not that different. But that's constantly just changing what you're looking at. It's difficult for you to concentrate when that's happening.
Well, they are trying to smooth it over, and they say they're all giving the same message. They know what they want him to do: shorten the punches, have better balance. And you'd have to say whatever they're doing in there, and it is very unconventional, is working at the moment.
Round 3.
Yes, it's working. It's working very well. Naz has looked very good in the last 2 rounds. Picked his punches well. Good work to the body.
Here's the 3rd round. Between the rounds, Paddy Byrne, the cut man for Bungu, was doing some work on his left eye. I don't see a cut at the moment, but maybe there's just signs of problems there. Good right uppercut from Hamed. His hand speed really troubling Vuyani Bungu at the moment.
Well, it's a combination of the hand speed and the movement which gives opponents so much trouble. They can't get close enough to get their punches on. He's always in distance, out of range. He really is very difficult.
There is a small cut developing by that left eye of Bungu. Bungu, who grew up in the shanty town near East London in South Africa, trying to climax his career in West London, England. But at the moment, it's looking a very, very big job for him. He just can't get going at all, and Hamed isn't allowing him to.
And Hamed just upsetting his concentration, using that jab. Bungu can't get set for punches. Now when he does get in range, Hamed hits him with good body punches.
Left hooks and crosses from the southpaw stance, and then that one to the body from Hamed. You'd have to say at the moment he looks razor sharp, Hamed, here, doesn't he?
Very, very sharp. The concentration is very good. Really looks like he means business, but he's been careful. He's not committing himself too much, just trying to take Bungu apart punch by punch.
Bungu has been put on the floor in the past, but it was all a long time ago against Francie Badenhorst and by Freddie Norwood. He's unbeaten in 8 years. Hamed keep this going, he has to maintain his concentration. Big left hand. Bungu covering up again and looking a bit open as he staggered back against the ropes. Listen to the crowd here, getting very animated. So far, so very good from the Prince. Really is the Prince against the pauper as well, because Bungu's first ever purse was 34 rand. At current values, that's about £3.50. He's earning a little more than that tonight. Well, he looks like he's enjoying himself, and it's Oscar Suarez's turn again to do the chatting.
It's rough training. Well, I mean, he should be enjoying himself, because he is doing a very good performance, doing everything right, slowly, just hitting Bungu with more shots. Bungu just can't get in the fight, and if, unless he can do something different, you've got to look and see, what has he got to get in the fight. Hamed's skills, the jabs, keeping him at bay, then he's hitting with these big punches, and then as soon as they're in close, he's getting good body shots on.
You'd never think, would you, that Bungu on paper has a reach advantage here?
Well, he's crouching too far down. Very rarely is he getting through with anything, and he's losing his height and his reach.
62 to 29 landed.
Round 4.
In favour of Hamed. Tells the story of a fight so far in which the champion has won every round. Such a contrast to the terrible maul and bore and foul-filled fight against Cesar Soto in Detroit. Fight in which Hamed could easily have been disqualified. But that was largely a question of the styles not gelling on the night, I felt.
Bungu somehow has to try and get close enough to start landing punches, to start getting some points. And he's finding it very difficult to get close to Naz and land anything.
The question that arises is, can Naseem Hamed stop Vuyani Bungu? No one else has ever done it. Classy little combinations from Hamed. It's here and becomes the first ever man to stop Vuyani Bungu in his long career. That was punch perfect.
Well, there's nothing you can really say wrong with that. He did everything right, picked the right punch to finish it. That was a perfect left hand, really was. And Bungu still in difficulty. I mean, he really felt that shot, and that was, as you see, that was punch perfect.
Well, he turned back the clock there, Naseem Hamed, to the days when he was blasting out opponents every time he got in the ring. There have been so many problems, and it's a big triumph too, I must say, for the training team behind him as well.
Well, I think for the whole team, everything in general, it just all worked right. He really picked the punches well. He looked so calm, so concentrated. Did it really, really well. He was just hitting them with little punches, trying to take the eye, and then all of a sudden he'd up it, put a bit more power in, and that's when he did that, Bungu couldn't take the power.
Vuyani Bungu was never, ever in that contest, and he's a man who's been operating at world level now for years and years and years, and that's the punch that ended it, the left hand, and he was never going to make it, was he? He was never going to get up.
It was just a straight left hand, just as Bungu was coming forward, hit him right on the chin, and he was never had any chance.
Even in the Naseem Hamed catalogue of knockout punches, this one, I think, would rate pretty highly. He picked the punch right through the middle with the left hand. Look at that, bang! All over.
Well, I think he's pleased a lot of people. I think the American fans and fight people over there will have seen a very different Naseem Hamed, and they'll have thought that was a bit special.
And I tell you what, it sets up the possible showdown, doesn't it, with Eric Morales, the WBC Super Bantamweight champion, who had that fantastic fight, controversial one too, with Marco Antonio Barrera. They're talking about that for August, and as an audition for that fight, it couldn't have been better. The American audience will have seen that and they'll say, come on, let's get it on. And I think they'll all be talking about that fight at the negotiating table in the next few hours, because that was an electrifying performance by Naseem Hamed. Tonight he was right back to his very best.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest comes to an end as referee Joe Cortez reaches the count of 10. The official time, 1 minute, 38 seconds of round number 4. The winner, and still the reigning, undefeated WBO featherweight champion of the world, the pride of Sheffield, England, Prince Naseem.